Hi, hello, good day everyone. My name is Alma. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Simply Communication. If you are new in this channel, please don't forget to click subscribe to get notifications of my upcoming video. For today's video, we will answer two questions and we'll talk about basic information regarding communication and its components. Okay, so the first question is, why do we communicate? Second, do you think we will ever survive in the absence of communication? Fundamentally, when we say communication, it's an exchange of ideas, thoughts, or feelings between and among communicators. But the catch is, does our idea, feeling, or emotion get across or being understood by the person we intend to send our message? To communicate better is to understand what happens prior to us speaking, writing, or even acting a certain message. And that leads us to our topic for today, which is components of communication. The first component is the source or the sender. We know for a fact that as a source, also known as a sender, is the person who sends a message, either verbally or non-verbally, or words or gestures. As a sender, we have to plan the when, the where, and how to say it. In short, get the appropriate timing. I mean, when I say timing, with our message, we have to know the time, the proper place, and how to say it, because sometimes communication fails because of how we say it. Therefore, as the source, we have to plan the what, think of the how, and act according to what the message means. If we have the sender, we have the message to send, of course. But what is beyond the message is the question. Message is not only about the word structure or the grammatical composition and all, but it is all about the meaning that the message has to send or transfer. Now, if the message has to send positivity, goodness, clarification, or even disappointment, it has to be expressed and transferred the way it should be, or else confusion happens. Channel is the device or means used to deliver our message. In the 1980s, especially those who are far from their loved ones, used letters as a channel to communicate to them. But nowadays, the most convenient is using cell phones. So, letters and cell phones are examples of channel in relation to communication. When the source delivers a message, a context is attached to it. What's the critical point? Will the receiver receive the same context coming from the sender? So, in communication, it's very important that both the sender and the receiver understand the same context. Sometimes, context fails to be understood because of the environmental component in communication. It's like asking what the sender and the receiver feel at the moment of communication, their moods, what are they thinking, are they conditioned, or are the things bothering them? So these factors also affect better communication. This is also a very important element of communication because it is through getting feedback from our sender that we, as the source of the message, will know whether or not our message is understood. Therefore, we will be able to enhance how to communicate what our message really means. I have to be honest with you guys. You know what's very challenging about making this video is the interference I am experiencing right now. It's raining and there's a construction going on at our neighborhood. But as part of communications, I have to make my voice louder for you to hear me that clear. Now, interference is also a very important factor in communication. It does not only speak of the noise we hear from the environment, but speaks of the psychological barriers like our biases or personal barriers. Are we well? Are we sick or not? Are we healthy while listening? or mechanical barrier. Like if you use cell phone, is there something wrong with the volume or any system in the cell phone that is wrong that could affect to have better communication? And that's interference per se. You see, communication is simple in its term, but complex in its content and delivery. However, what I believe is it's always possible for each other to understand in the process of communication if we only commit to adjust and constantly consider how our recipient will understand the message. And yes, we're done, guys. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this video, which talked about the components of communication, which are the sender, the message, the receiver, the channel, feedback, environment, context, and interference. Thank you again for watching, and please don't forget to click subscribe. Have a great day, everyone. I leave you by saying, love to serve and serve to have peace. Bye-bye.